What great point was there? There was nothing from my vantage point in that at all. So, the one thing I had going for me was my effort at maintaining a level of honesty. So very important. Not perfection, because nobody's perfect. It doesn't mean things may not have gone wrong at times, because things will go wrong. It's the way of the world sometimes, and how the moon and the sun can't line up on that day. You can actually have a bad day, and it can actually be a big bad day. But it's how you recover from that is what really will truly establish who you are, where you are, and where you're going, and what position you're taking with you, and what you've got behind it for us to say in the sense of supporting who they think you are at that time. Who is this person? So that's a big deal. So being disingenuous in your public express, not only is it not a good idea, but it is really career suicide. It is entrepreneur suicide. It is personal relationship suicide. It's going to kill everything that's important to you before it's all over with. I can guarantee it. It has a certain cancerous edge to it, but there's no matter what you cover it under or how you try to hide it, how you try to differently, and it's all said and done. If that is where your heart is, because what your complete motivation is about, you are not going to shine at the end of the day. You can get ahead a little bit. A couple of things that fall into your lap that look like they're gems and jewels and gold, okay? But where will you be in due time because of how you've handled yourself on this path of success? You will not be very far. There's a reason you see people all the way at the top, and then a couple of years pass, and you go, wow, what happened to him? Why did that person not skid row or something like that, It's much more to it than just, oh, there was a bad day with the stock market. There is an element there, spiritually and emotionally speaking, that we have a responsibility for. And if we're feeling that responsibility, the rest of things are not going to do any good at all. They're not going to come out and provide any specific favor for you. Why? Because of your approach, because of your ill manners. And so that you understand that this is not just in a personal occasion, so it's never just give you that. I can share the experiences with you. Let's take a stance from what I believe upon really well in the Word of God. Why do I do that? Because I believe that whatever you're trying to promote at that time, and as you try to rebuild your professional character, and as you try to strengthen your personal structure, there's a spiritual element there that if you don't abide by that at all times, the rest of it is going to crumble. So that's why this is so important, and why this is so appropriate. In this case, I chose 2 Corinthians 4 and 2. This came out of the New King James Version. I like it a lot. I like the word, and I like the adjective and the way that it's stated, so I will share it with you. It says, but we have renounced the hidden things of shame, not walking in craftiness nor handling that deceitfully, but by manifestation of the truth, commending ourselves to every man's conscience in the sight of God. That is so powerful when you hear what we're talking about right now. Look at the word renounce. Think about something that's hidden. Where those things that are done in the dark always come to the light. Something that's riddled by the aspect of shame. Meaning you know that you aren't supposed to do that, but between desperation, maybe a specific life situation where you can have time, and totally a lack of faith, but that's really what it boils down to also, you decide to do this you should just have done. Well, this is what happens here. You're not walking in this crafty behavior, not handling the word of God in this peaceful fashion. And let me tell you what that means, and it really bothers me. I've seen people who will use what I call the Christ card. They really don't mean it sincerely from their heart. It's not something that's in their regular way, but, suddenly they want to, if you're an entrepreneur, we're going to take very over the shoes. They're not into that, but they're going to go along with it because they think, maybe I'm stranger. That's okay, I'll be stranger. I'm going to do it every time anyway. So when it's all said and done, there's nothing deceitful about what I'm doing in that. Others will use, unfortunately, the beautiful abundance of Christ against you, even to get what they want sometimes. So that's the thing about handling the word of God is peacefully and his message. When people use that role, to me that's a huge abomination in itself. But others will find that out in time. time, and it comes back out in their lives. It manifests just what it is, nothing nice. So it's not something unusual. And then look at the next clause, but by manifestation of the truth, commending ourselves to every man's conscience in the sight of God. What that says, what you heard me say repeatedly, every night after I finish my work, wherever I am and whatever I'm doing, I honestly can put my head on the pillow, and before I completely shut my prayers, I can say, you know what, job well done. Are you able to say the same thing? Can I honestly say job well done? Was I motivated on the wrong level? Was I speaking something that I had no right to speak? Was I in this for all the wrong reasons? Those are the disingenuous approaches that will continually break you down, and success will not be yours to have. And that is why this is so important. And believe it or not, as you know, if you are a follower of my shows, and if you're new, please go back and listen to the others. When it's all said and done, that same approach applies to your personal life as well. It applies to your spiritual life as well. If those things are not in alignment, if they're not in sync, none of this will make sense to you anyway. So it doesn't matter that you do it only in success, especially when you do something else that's wrong, just wrong, or that, the other parts of your life are falling apart as well because of how you're living. Plays a part. So being completely distinct here, aligning all these things together for the benefit of your success. Because if you're on the right side of God's word, that's success. I mean, there's no reason for everyone to suffer all the time. There are elements of everything in the Bible, but there's also the other elements. And most people kind of run from that. They believe that we're supposed to be just long suffering and just destitute. It doesn't say that. There is a time and a season for everything that we may go through those moments. So embrace them for what they are at the time, and thank God that you had the breath in your body to go through that moment, because He will bring you through. But after that moment passes, you are guaranteed a certain level of success in your own obedience, in your own behavior, in your own commitment to the truth that should be manifested in your life on a daily basis. And if you neglect to take that with you in your approach to success by behaving in such a disingenuous fashion, you will cost yourself everything. 3 specific things that I'd like to talk about. And think about what I said. That's a lot to digest. That it applies to every single one of us. I don't care what your tax bracket is. I don't care what you were going through. There's no justification ever for this behavior at all. You can't say, well, I have to do that. I have to rip off because, or I have to make up a bogus bill because my I have to do this. You don't have to ever be inconsistent. When you behave in a righteous fashion, when your heart comes from a real pure place, and you're not out to damage, harm, or take advantage of someone, you will be permanently blessed with the right people around you at any given time to actually just catch your back on your day. You can acknowledge that. Not only will you know how to success and you'll be able to give God all the praise for it, but you'll also see the prosperity of that positivity to the success that you're trying to accomplish. There is no way around that. Otherwise, you will see otherwise. When you hear that person sitting there and they're continually going, well, I just cannot get ahead and I just don't know. They could be in the middle of a storm, but what happens in the storm passes because they do pass. Look at the other things that they are doing. And if you love them, or if you care for them, or if you have a great respect for them because you see them do better, but now they're just in a place where they can't, because sometimes they can't. So it's not just about judging people, it's about being aware of those reacting to and speaking up when it's time. So if you think that they're in a position right now where they can't do it on their own, then you have to do your care to clear up to each and every one of them and say, hey, why are we doing that? You do realize this is why you're not getting further. Change ABC. And you may very well see some of the success that you desire. Now, in 3 quick points, why would that be so important to you? Why should you care about any part of what I'm saying here? So if you don't care you're that successful and that you've made it that far up the ladder that you don't think you can actually fall down, well, God bless you. I don't know many people like that. Even I didn't think something like that. I know that anything can happen come true. And if you're a readable individual, you also understand the aspect of the struggle, the strife, the reward, and the ultimate success that follows. You can completely appreciate what I'm giving you here. And if you were having one of those moments later, it just didn't make much sense to you at the time, hopefully it will help get you back on the path and kind of align yourself properly for the success that is not just your God's mind, but most definitely something that you should be striving for and that you actually deserve. So, doing this continuous approach to success in your life, these are a good idea for these following reasons. Number one, direct and personal reputation. Recently online, I see them using as a transgender. I was aware of it many years ago. We didn't really have a term for it, but now we do have a term for it. It's called your online reputation. That's when you start posting those pictures or statements that you really don't want to stay with you forever. Because once you put it out in the space, it's just like a word leaves your mouth. You can delete all day. It's going somewhere. It never really goes away. You have to be very conscious of the things that you do in that arena. It's the same thing here. In an effort not to hurt your personal or professional reputation, you have to be very careful and conscious of how you say things. I was given a message today, actually, in a conversation earlier, and in my aspect of being a good student, because I too am always in a position to learn and grow, I was told not to approach a certain situation in such a personal manner because it was in the wrong message, to keep it strictly by the book. That's the advice I was given for the day because it changed my attitude. I had to change my mindset, totally agree with the person, and that's exactly what I did. And by doing that, it results are better. The communication improves, and the aspect of getting to the next place is more than just feasible and reasonable. It's realized. So that was so important. So, number one, it ruptures professional and personal reputation. You could never get that back once it's done. Believe it or not, I saw so many things with people recently who passed away who having things. And it's a shame that you do 20 or 30 years, but when they want to first give an ode to life and give their condolences to the family, there's one freak out there that's going to remember, oh, you know, nothing on top of that building. No, let me just go down. So, people say this is forever. You have to be mindful of that and approach it differently. Number two, it creates a reason for everyone to doubt your every motive from that day on. You will never have the path of trust, even if you're entitled to it at that point in life. If you go so wrong to where it was discovered that you had an approach to succeeding or prevailing or doing something, you will never ever be looked at as a person with one straight up to go, you know what, I completely trust her in this. I completely trust him in this. I feel okay with what they're doing. So, I don't know. You know, we'll try, we'll see. But they're looking at you very hard all the time. You're always under scrutiny. You always have the pressure of everyone and everything on your back. And when you do a great job, you never get the applause that you probably should earn. And that's because of that one time you read back when you did this disingenuous approach, and now it's haunting you. So, unfortunately, it's bad if that's ever happens. You may never get the full repetition back that you probably have earned and grew and matured to get and gain. But at the same time, you should have known better. Just from life lessons alone, even if you don't know the Bible verse, even if you've not had a whole bunch of life yet, just the person that you were created to be should have known better than to do the decision with the punch. So once you've done that, you're paid for that forever, unfortunately. So it's something you can avoid. Can you ever improve upon it? Certainly. You can improve upon it. If that was your mindset, you can change today. Hopefully you've not destroyed too many things along the way to where it'll come back and just stay in your face. But if you have, do not be surprised when things are not working out for you better. Do not be surprised when you have to go through the extra hurdle or the extra step. Do not be surprised when it just may not work out at all. There's a reason for that. You can